everyone, welcome to Sailing Along. So as the title of this video suggests, today I'm going to share about my experience of an online interview of IIM Visakhapatnam. So this interview happened in nearly mid of the March, but I was very occupied with other things, so I could not record this video. So I know it's coming a little late, but please bear with me. So the online interview of IIM Visakhapatnam was very well organized interview in comparison of the other interviews that I have been into. So my slot was the afternoon slot. So the time was designated to us, and with the time in the email which told us about that, okay, this is the link of it. They also gave a contact detail of one of the faculty members who was coordinating between all of it. So I had certain queries regarding time, that okay, when will my interview be, and I was able to talk to that person very easily. So I feel that there was somebody to answer queries of all the participants there, because it's a very important thing. You are very nervous about what's going to happen. Oh, did I miss my chance, or because of some network connectivity issues or anything. So having a contact detail of any one responsible person really helps, and it was a very add-on for this interview. I really like the management of the whole online setup. So mine was scheduled in the afternoon slot, and that also my number was ninth in the row. So for me the interview came pretty late, like almost around 4:15 or something. So I quickly was called inside a meeting where one of the admin staff members asked me to show my ID. So whichever ID proof that you have uploaded in your document, in your profile, in your form, is the same ID that you have to show physically, and basically that's it. And then they asked me to wait. I was waiting, and then they entered me in one of the rooms, which would be my panel room. So when I was entered, already there were two professors in the room. One of them was female and another one of them was male. So the male professor's name was Happy. And I just before my interview started, I was just browsing through their website and looking at all the faculty members, and there was this person named Happy, and I was very fascinated. Oh wow, it's an amazing, interesting name, and what a coincidence that he was the only one who was taking my interview. The name of the female faculty, I don't really remember it. So first we directly greeted them. I greeted them. I always make an point to greet them. So it kind of breaks the ice, and it sets the tone in my head. Okay, I don't have to think a lot of things what I need to do. I just need to say good morning, good afternoon, or whatever is relevant at that moment. So I just greeted them, and then usual question which I was prepared for was, tell me about yourself. So the lady member was leading the interview in the beginning of the phase. So tell me about yourself, and there is this answer which I have prepared, which includes what I have done and some important words in my life and all of those things. Then the another question came was that, okay, MBA is going to be a tedious journey. Then have you prepared yourself for this MBA? And it was a very interesting question. I really liked it. So I was just answering it as per the things that I know. So I was just telling them that, okay, I have been working a full-time job, and alongside with that I have been preparing for my cat, and it's a self-preparatory journey. So multitasking and balancing things out and not freaking out, but managing it well is something that I feel I have prepared myself for. And talking from academic point of view, all the CAT preparation that I have done has helped me to understand the written text a little better, to decode a question a little better, to understand the nuances, to read between the lines and all of those things. So that's what I answered. Then the female faculty was like, I'm done, you could carry ahead. And then the male faculty came into the picture. He asked me that, am I aware of gross enrollment rate, which I was not. So actually we had a little discussion in between about education as well, because my background is such. I have been teaching for last 2 years, so that's my work experience. So we had a little discussion about that, and because of the same, he asked me, okay, do you have idea about gross enrollment rate? I said, I know the individual meaning of these words, but when it comes together, it definitely means something else, and I'm not aware of that. Then he explained me that, okay, after 12th, the percentage of children goes to college, that is called gross enrollment rate. I said, great. Then he asked me, what would be the gross, do you know what is the gross enrollment rate of India? I was like, I'm not aware, but looking at the situation that it is around, it would be definitely not more than 50-60%. Like, it was a cap that I put in, okay, 60 is the max, 50-60, not more than that. Then he asked me that government has planned and intended that by 2030, this rate would be 100%. Do you think it is possible? My first response was, anything is possible if you want to, but looking at the scenario that it is, I think it's very difficult. You need to take conscious steps for it. Then he revealed that the actual percentage of gross enrollment rate is just 18 to 20%, and government aims to make it 100% in next 5 years. So what if government hires you as a consultant? Then which two steps will you suggest government to do to reach the rate of 100%? Which was a very, very deep and interesting and realistic question. So my background comes from education, and when we talk about consulting, so which is a post MBA outcome. So whatever I have and whatever I am expected of it, at the end of it, they combined it both and gave me this question, which was very interesting to answer. So I answered according to my thought process, saying that, okay, I will start spreading awareness early age, and create an application and something on those lines. And later I also talked a little about infrastructure facilities available. And then they were like, okay, that's it from our side, you can leave the meeting. That was it. So overall, my interview moved a lot about education as well as myself. There was no general knowledge question, there were no current affairs question. It was a very candid conversation rather than an interview, and I really liked the process of it. So that's it for my interview experience. Do let me know if you have any questions regarding the same, and which all other interviews are you preparing for, and any tips and tricks for me. I would love to answer them, or I would love to implement them in my next interview. Thank you so much. I hope you loved sailing along.